Hello everyone, welcome to Crown My Run and welcome back regular viewers who are being treated to another video. Quick fire content here, and after 2 cancelled races in the last month, we're finally back on track, being able to make some regular stuff for you guys. 1 week after the Beachy Head weekend where I did the 10k and the half marathon, so 30k over 2 days, I'm back at Parkrun trying to see where my fitness is at in the 5k. So I have returned to a quick parkrun in London, Burgess Parkrun. You can see when I came here last in June, I ran an 18 minute and 6 seconds, fading badly towards the end and missing out on a sub 18. I would like to put that right today, get in the 17s and get as close as I can to my 17:24 PB as possible. As my main goal race now is the Brighton 10k in 2 weeks time, where I'm trying to get solidly in the 37s for the first time. Let's go see how it goes.
3, 2, 1, Stop moving safely, isn't it?
Oh dear, people have forgotten it's Parkrun. This start is very dodgy, to be fair. You have everyone spread out wide, sort of 20 across, and then it sort of filters into what it is now, 5 or 6 maybe. So elbows do come out at the start, even though it's Parkrun. And yes, it's got a little bit rowdy back there. But look at that pace at the top left, 3:20 per kilometre. I'm quite happy with that. People are still coming through to me. I'm not... Oh. They're still having an absolute barney as they come past me here. And many people are coming through, but I'm still below 3:30 per kilometre, so that's absolutely fine. Guy on the grass on the outside there, late to the party, also storming through. See, this is much nicer. How you doing, Dave? He says to his mate. Ah, the parkrun vibes are back. Let's put that unfortunate incident at the start behind us. 500 metres in, going under the underpass. Still in the low 3:30s, getting out the way of some fellow park users who aren't parkrunning there. Going up the only real hill, which is coming out of the underpass on the whole course. This is a very, very quick parkrun, as I said earlier. There's a few turns and one 180, but it's on a really, really nice path. And it's 1 kilometre at the start in a perfect straight line, and then 1.2 kilometers at the end. And that small hill does seem to have seen a few people off pretty early as we move on past 3 or 4 runners as we come to the top. But we still have a good pack of runners here. We are the chase group. The lead group is probably 10 seconds up the road already, looking like some mid to low 16s maybe, while my group is looking at more like a mid 17. But it's very early doors. Approaching the end of the first kilometre, and my pack is breaking up a little bit, as we have dropped a 3:31 according to my watch in that first kilometre. It was slightly slower than that, going off the timer, but I will show the splits from my watch. They are overall pretty close. Still gradually picking a few people off, and I was just really trying to keep that guy with the red top, as we come past blue top here, in my sights. I just looked at him and he looked like someone that wasn't going quickly relative to his total all-out effort. So there's always someone I try and stick with who looks like they're out for what for them is probably a moderate or tempo run, as that means they'll usually be doing even splits, which is what you want. A couple of turns that I was talking about here that I navigate just brilliantly, having to go on the grass on the outside because I can't turn myself enough. But we are looking good. Our heart rate 173, climbing up, but it's nothing silly yet. Grey vest drops behind us here, and red top and blue coat were the guys I really wanted to try and get up with. So I think I put in potentially a little bit of a surge just to get up behind them here. And as we turn right at around a mile, I'm where I want to be. It was actually fairly breezy here with a bit of a headwind, so it was nice to be just sat behind actually like a perfect little arrow pacing group for me. I felt like Kipchoge being paced to his sub 2 hour marathon for a little bit here. And we were just ticking over at a lovely speed, 3:32 per kilometre. I will sit here all day long. Second kilometre splits in a 3 minutes 34, so we've dropped pace ever so slightly, but that is still solidly on sub 18 pace. Heart rate 176, just on my threshold, or maybe slightly above, but I was feeling good and I was feeling confident that I could keep this pace up for the rest of the parkrun. A tiny, cheeky little hill here that I'm never a huge fan of during 5Ks. I'm not sure many people are, but you can see the top of it up there as we will turn right and then come back round and then go on the other side of the lake. Guy in the red top's pointing down to the right to let me know we were going right here. Very nice of him as we round that corner. Slightly better than last time. And can enjoy that same little bit of uphill, back downhill. As Blue Coat re-emerges from the dark and swiftly takes the lead of our little group. I did wonder whether we were just fading a little bit as the GPS was showing 359 per kilometre, but I remember last time it did exactly the same thing, so I was just going to continue at this same effort, and I'm sure it will right itself. As I take my hat off, as I was getting a little bit hot and sticky on a fairly humid morning. Just after halfway, and you can see that White Top has also come back through, and it was starting to get tough. My heart rate had climbed to 180 almost, 180 exactly now, and I was in the realm of how much do I want this. I know I can do 2.5k, 180 heart rate plus at around 330 a kilometre. I've done it before, so I know I can do it, but it hurts. It's going to hurt. It's always going to hurt when you are in your VO2 max zone. I'm not on for a PB, so I haven't got that spurring me on, but I came here with the mindset I was going to put down a hard effort, so I'm really trying to grind it out to stay with this 4 up there. I was quite hot taking the camera off. I really need to purchase a proper running hat because I'm using a stupid golf hat that is very warm, but that's my fault. I'm here to give the people what they want, and that is as fast a time as possible. And look, 320 per kilometre, that's probably the GPS writing itself when we were going a bit slower by the lake. We're probably around 330 by now as we start to come through the pack of people from behind, so we need to stay in our lane here on the left-hand side. And here we are at 3 kilometres and a 3:33. I'm very happy with that for how I was feeling. When it got tough last time I was here, I started dropping mid and high 340s. I've kept it in the low 330s here. I'm clinging on to these people, but we are now in that dreaded 4th kilometre. Can I keep it up? And the start of this 4th kilometre is looking really good. 330s into the 320s now. I'm on for a really solid 17 if I can keep this going. Still looking really good at 3.4k, 326 per kilometre. Let's have a little listen to the breathing. Yeah, we're working with some minor wheezes, but not massive wheezes, and we're not in death cough territory. But we turn right here, and then it's a very short run before we turn left again, and then turn left.
Thank you.
And from here, everything just felt slightly tougher to get on pace. You can see Blue Coat, Red Top are away from me. I'm still taking my cap off, being hot, and the pace is dropping. I don't think it's quite 350, but it's certainly sort of maybe 340-ish at the moment. My breathing's gone up a notch. I've got the sound down, and you can still hear it now. Proper wheezy territory now, so soon after it didn't sound quite that bad, but we're only 1.3k to go. We've got one 180-degree turn that is going to feel not very pleasant, and then it's just a straight line for home. And we round it now, and we don't have to worry about any more turns, apart from the final one into the finishing chute. Just before 4k, and White Top is getting away from me, but interestingly, Blue Coat has dropped back from Red Top, and I think maybe we are slowly catching, so he might be the one that we're chasing here rather than White Top, as I think White Top has us in his locker. 4th kilometre, a 3:42, which annoyed me. I wanted to stay in the 3:30s, and I was desperate now as Pink Top comes through. Hadn't seen him for a while, the cheeky rascal. I was desperate not to throw away a sub-18 like I did last time, but it was really, really starting to burn. 750 metres to go. Keep going, J Mills. It's just a couple more minutes of agony. And who doesn't love that? Approaching the underpass now with 500 to go, and Pink Top was well away now, moving ahead of Blue Top. But I thought White Top was going to push on from there, but he hadn't yet. If they're still around there with 200 to go, it could be Mills time, and I've got a shot to kick on past them. Although I'm not sure I believe that at the time, as this tiny little hill coming out of the underpass, oh God, it felt awful. D Mills would have slowed to 5 pace, I'm sure. But it's all perfectly flat from here. 400 to go. Let's see what we can do.
Thank you.
300 to go. We need to pick up the speed. We're in the 330s by now, but we're going to need something a lot more than that. I'm actually surprised it's White Top who's falling back here. I thought it was going to be Blue Raincoat, but now we are starting to wind up in the 320s, low 320s, into the 310s. But my boys ahead of me are also picking it up because I'm not catching them massively, although I'm definitely catching Blue Raincoat quite a bit. He might be the one we have to try and get at the end. And yes, White Top is going round the outside of him as we're about to turn right onto the grass towards the finishing chute. What have you got left, J Mills? Can you get into the illustrious twos on the shoulder of Blue Raincoat? Now, yes, we're there. We're pushing on. Callow White. Oh, he looks at me, and then he kicks on a little bit. We're both in the twos. I'm in the 250s, closing in on the 240s. We can't quite get him, but look, we are across the line. Oh, we did get into the 240s. Beautiful. In 17 minutes and 42 seconds. Just 18 seconds off our PB. And there we have the parkrun official results. P18, 1742. And the guy just ahead of me, White Top, was actually an unknown ghost W Mills-esque runner. I am very happy with that effort. Only 18 seconds off my PB a week after a 30k race weekend. So legs not completely fresh, although they did feel pretty good before the race, I will say. With an average pace of 3:33 per kilometre, this puts me with some really good confidence ahead of my Brighton 10k PB attempt in 2 weeks, where I'll be trying to go around 3:45 per kilometre for the first 5k and then seeing if I can speed up or have to just stick at that speed where it would be a 37:30 for a, 40-second or so PB, and would put me very close to D Mills' 10k PB. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. The next video will be out in a couple of days, and it's D Mills, my older brother, going for a sub-19 for the first time since injury. He got a sub-20 a couple of weeks ago, and he thinks he's ready now for a sub-19 attempt. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days.